Well, for more now on the Prime Minister's major announcement at the conference, this so-called Green Jobs Plan, we are joined by the Minister for Employment Participation, Senator Mark Arbib. Minister, thanks for joining us.
Hey, David.
How many jobs will this create?
Well, straight off the bat, 10,000 jobs with the new Green Jobs Corps, which is for young, unemployed people under the age of 25. So that's 10,000 jobs.
But hang on, these are unemployed people. Does that mean you're calling this a job, or they're what, going to be planting trees, fixing walking tracks, but they're remaining on Newstart, on the unemployment benefit?
No, well, this is a work experience program. So they go into their...
Well, hang on, a job or a work experience program?
A work experience program is a job. They'll be actually working during this time. So they...
When you say it's a job, do they get sick leave? Do they get superannuation? How is this not just the same as a work for the dole scheme?
Well, in terms of the program, I don't have all the details.
You're the Minister, though.
Well, I am, but I don't have all the details today for you, mate. But what I do, what I can tell you... It's just been announced
by the Prime Minister at the Labor conference. Is it a set-piece announcement today?
It's 10,000 young people, 26 weeks training plus work, day after day. This is a great result for those young people who otherwise would be sitting around with nothing to do.
But it's something still being worked out?
No, this program will get underway January 1, 2010, and obviously some of the details will still need to be finalised, but it will be provided.
Is one of those details whether it's a job or whether it's work experience?
Well, it's a fine line, but can I tell you, it is work experience. Work experience, though, is a job, David. These people will be working day in, day out on these green projects.
But work experience doesn't carry the entitlements. It doesn't carry a salary. A job carries those things.
No, they will be getting paid to do that work.
Right.
So it is a job.
They won't be on the Newstart allowance.
No, well, I'll get back to you with those details.
But you don't know whether they'll just stay on unemployment benefits or get a salary. That seems to be a pretty clear distinction between whether it's a job or not.
Well, David, I've told you I'm happy to get back to you with those details.
All right. Because this is being sold as a green jobs plan, but the centrepiece, we don't know if it's jobs or not.
We're not just saying that. We're saying it's green jobs and training. Because the other side is in terms of the apprentices.
Where are the jobs as part of this jobs and training?
Well, there's two. There's the 10,000, which is part of the Green Jobs Corps, but there's also the 6,000 jobs that are coming out of the Jobs Fund, which will be projects directly put forward by the Jobs Fund in the green sector.
I'm sure you've been a keen observer from there of what's been going on over this part of town today. What are your thoughts, firstly, on Mark Arbib there? His a little confusion over this green jobs plan that's been announced as the centrepiece of Kevin Rudd's opening remarks today?
Yeah, there certainly was a little confusion. I bet he's thanking you for having him on the program this afternoon. It was almost as if Kevin Rudd announced this jobs plan and forgot to tell the Minister about it. Mark Arbib didn't have any of the details at his hand. He said he'd come back to you, which was a better response than misleading you about details, but it seems that it's pretty sketchy, and you have to wonder whether this is something that was, hollow men style, made up in the last 24 or 48 hours to try to answer the call that there's nothing new or nothing exciting in this national conference after 3 years. So it was a pretty excruciating experience watching the interview. It was a little bit like sort of political torture on television. He was struggling with some of the details, but presumably he'll be very quick over the next 24 hours to get those details out in a press release to try to come back a bit more strongly from what was, a bad start to the PR campaign to sell the initiative.
I doubt it'll take as long as 24 hours.